Hey everybody, welcome back to Mining Modern. I'm Corbin Hostler, and this week we are having some fun with Eldrazi. Unexpected Eldrazi, that's right. So it's a Valakut deck, so to speak, but it is an unexpected results Eldrazi Valakut deck. That's right. And even Scapeshifts. It's an odd one, but somebody Ruin000 put up a 5-0 finish in Magic Online with it, and that's why we're giving it a go today. It certainly seems pretty fun, that's for sure. Not much of an expert on this, so the basic Valakut math I think is probably going to be one of the more challenging aspects of this for me here, at least so we get the hang of it. No idea what our opponent's up to. Possibly Izzet Phoenix. This is a weird Izzet Phoenix hand. The old gut shot, light up the stage on turn one, huh? I guess that's fine. Now I will just, let's see here. I guess you always just want to go ahead and shock yourself with this deck, is how it works. I guess we may as well. And go for this Farseek. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how this works here, but if we get remanded or spell pierced or whatever, yeah, that's fine. We've been spell pierced. Our opponent's down to 3 cards in hand, and we have lands and Scapeshift. That's all you need, right? Not all of these are mountains for what it's worth. Okay, we're back to this, huh? Gut shot, light up the stage again, sure. What'd they get this time around? A cryptic command and a remand. This is not a very good light up the stage deck. All right, they're gonna try again. They're gonna get a needle drop and a remand, or was it a needle drop and a spell pierce? Okay, well, unfortunately, I can't even punish them for it. That's the worst part. So I guess we'll just pass. My opponent's onto 1 card. They've got a cool deck, I'll give them that. Just missing a thing in the ice, really. Maybe a Faithless Looting and an Arc like Phoenix or 2. Alright, let's go to fetch out another mountain here. And we have this island to go for the unexpected results. May as well, right? Not convinced it's going to resolve, but we'll try. My opponent's last card was a remand. Okay, that's fine. We'll try again next turn. All I want to do with this deck, I mean, all anyone wants to do with their unexpected results deck, right, is to just hit 1 Emrakul off of unexpected results. That's it. Oh, interesting. Okay. Opponent getting some aggro going on over here. All right, let's try this again. Alright, what did we get? Oh, we got a mountain? No, that's not what we wanted. Oh, well. Alright, so we'll put this mountain into play tap. That's 4 mountains for us. And my opponent is doing some damage. We're down to 13. I don't think I have escape. I think I'm 1 away from a Scapeshift kill, right? Oh, maybe I just have it, actually. Alright. Well, my opponent's got 2 cards under their bow mat. We're down to 10. And they're going to cash it in. Let's see what they get. We don't know. Okay. Alright, so do I have this here? If I just sack 6 lands, get 6 lands, there's 13 total mountains in the deck. So that should be easy enough. Sure. I think I've got it figured out. Pretty complicated. All right, so this should take us. This should get us there. This one, and then game 2 we'll have. Hopefully, our opponent doesn't. They had a weird draw. They certainly could have done something with all of those cards. Fortunately, they did not hit them in the right order. You know, imagine the Bowmat and then a Pinger, and this is just a generic Pinger in their deck that wants to loop through so many of its spells. It's kind of an interesting idea. This is a Pinger that actually beats down. It's not as it's an interesting inclusion, but I can understand the purpose alongside the Bowmat Carrier here. See if we actually get to Scapeshift our opponent. They do have 2 cards in hand. If not, I guess we just get it past the turn back, and we'll have 5 mountains after that. So the Cinderglade, at least next turn, just playing lands can lightning bolt things. But there we go, on to game 2. All right, so what do we want against all that? I don't know if my opponent's going to burn me out. I think I want the the Platinum Empyreans, right? And Damping Spheres aren't bad either, given how they want to chain spells together. Although that's probably not the best idea. Alright, so let's get a tracker in here too. What do I want to cut? Most of my deck is actually pretty solid. I can't cut the unexpected results. Stipulation. We will not be cutting any unexpected results in sideboarding. I don't know about this one. Huh. Okay, well, let's just try cutting like this. Cut some wood elves, maybe? Give this a shot. I don't know if this is correct or not. We're going to slow our deck down a little bit, but that's okay. We don't have to kill our opponent as fast because we have the Platinum Empyreans now. And the sand looks perfectly fine. I'm thinking now, I hope I didn't import in the Damping Spheres with the Madcap experiments. I didn't think about that. Keep in mind, I'm learning, figuring this deck out as well, but you could hit a Damping Sphere and die in theory. Guess we're going to find out. Alright, get a Sakura Tri-Builder out here. I mean, our opponent's not putting any pressure on us, obviously. Certainly not digging through their deck at quite the rate they did last game. Just going to remand us here. That's fine. Okay, well, they're definitely going to have a little more freedom to do things this game. They have plenty of mana. They have cards in hand still. Let's see what they start off with. 3 mana for... Yeah, maybe. Oh, the Archer's back. Okay, well, the pings begin. Farseek. Okay, well. Still just going to play this Sakura Tri-Builder here. I guess when I sack this, I get to find out if I put in the Damping Spheres. Figure out if I killed myself or not. If I made a very, very silly mistake. Other than that, though, I mean, we look okay here. I might even trade the Sakura Tri-Builder off for the Archer. I won't lie. That's certainly possible. Also, who knows? Maybe the Damping Sphere will just be on top and we won't take any damage. Alright, so my opponent does have access to Cryptic Command in their deck, but they are going to tap some mana here to just play a full cost light up the stage. It's probably good for us. What did they hit? A mountain and a Bowmat, huh? Okay. I have my choice here, but I think I am going to sack it because I want to know about this Madcap. Also puts us a turn closer to the Primeval Titan here. Okay, fortunately I was not bad, so we're going to be okay. It was close, though, because I thought about it. Alright, so we'll just grab a mountain here. Yeah, now we're rolling. Now we get to Madcap and see what our opponent has to deal with that. Although I suppose we could get Spell Pierce. Our opponent has shown Spell Pierce to us before. In fact, if they hold that, I might just Farseek, because next turn I could Madcap with Spell Pierce back up, although at that point they'll have more mana, so I'm not sure what the best way forward is here. At least I didn't mess myself up. It's one of those things, actually, I looked at when I was looking at the deck before, and I was like, okay, I have to keep this in mind, don't make this mistake. And then it's on your brain, and you could do everything except what you set out to remember to do. Alright, so we're not going to take any damage, and our opponent's just going to pass up with Spell Pierce mana open. There's an unexpected results I can't actually play. I think I'm just going to play it safe here and just go for the Farseek. Because we can, play possibly Primeval Titan next turn. And this Farseek allows us to get our breeding pool so we can even play unexpected results. Hey, look at that. They did have it. Very good play. Very skillfully played around it. I did it. Alright, I would like to pay 2 for Spell Pierce. Now I'll Farseek. Yeah, it's just... No! I wanted the breeding pool. Oh, I clicked too fast. Okay, well, that's fine. We're still back on plan A of Madcapping. Hopefully that doesn't come to bite us. bite us in the butt. I just misclicked there. Alright, so the Bomat lands. You know, all that said, we are in a little... Oh, no. Alpine Moon, huh? What does this do? Alright, as Alpine Moon enters the battlefield, choose a non-basic land name. They lose all land types and abilities, and they make 1 mana of any color. Well, okay. Bad news. We will no longer be using Valakut to kill this player. Good news. Our Valakuts make blue mana for unexpected results. Alright, well, we also have this plan, which has been good before, I've heard, in Magic. We'll see if it holds true here. I'm just going to play Primeval Titan. They just have the Remand. Okay, so I did consciously do that there. You know, Remand was one of the ones that... It's not as bad as a Mana Leak or whatever, but I didn't play the Madcap experiment because I didn't want to get... they didn't have Cryptic open, but they did have Remand open. But they could have boarded in negates after seeing what happened to him in game 1, that sort of thing. Primeval Titan played around the most there. There's an Ugin that I can't quite play. I guess I just try to slam the Titan again. And this one looks like a Cryptic Command. Thing is, Cryptic Command beats our... You know, maybe this isn't a good sideboard plan anyways, because Cryptic Command just beats it. In fact, maybe... Well, the thing is, maybe I'm going to board out of this, and I'm going to board into the Krosan Grips to take down the Alpine Moons and the Bomat Couriers and so on. Because we're just going to die to this Bomat Courier and this Firebrand Archer right now. Alright, well, let's see what our opponent does here. They're going to light up the Sage. Okay, down to 4. Or 5, rather. It looks like they revealed a Cryptic, huh? Well, that's pretty good. Don't know if we're going to beat that. Another light at the Sage, huh? Yeah, our opponent's popping off over there. Alright, so as long as they pass with Cryptic open, there's nothing we can do, right? We might just get Lightning Bolted to the death anyways. Alpine Moon, sure. Okay, I've seen it. Oh my gosh, they are tapping, actually. To remand their own Alpine Moon. Oh, they're just showing off to kill me with the Archer. Okay. Fair enough, you got me. You got me. Alright, I've changed my mind entirely about what I'm doing over there. Krosan Grips, get in here. Madcaps and then Platinum Imperions, get out of here. Alright, puts this 58. I get the Wood Elves back. Do I want one of these? I don't think so. I can see, I mean, it's just Alpine. It's another way to kill Alpine Moon. So we'll see here. Yeah, we'll give this a shot. Alright, here we go. Match 3. Well, that is the things we need and want, but I do think I'm going to mulligan that one. Alright, this looks a little better here. In fact, this looks great. This is a Through the Breach Emrakul. This is what I signed up for. Land on top, I will take it. Excellent. Now that's nice. You go to see. This is why I like this version of this deck, right? It's even if our opponent has an Alpine Moon here and completely shuts off that plan, we can just Through the Breach Emrakul them on turn 4 or whatever, and that's gonna be pretty good. I think we just need one more. We need to find one more land after this one to ensure it, but we should be able to manage that. I guess I'll get the Breeding Pool. This is how you guarantee that you always have the unexpected results mana you need right there. And maybe we'll even get a poke in with this Sakura Tribe Elder for a couple points of damage. I just need to find one more land right now. One more land unlocks the ability to try to Through the Breach Emrakul our opponent out of the game. Here we go. Big. That wasn't it. That was something, but that wasn't it. All right, so we're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to play this one a little more straightforward here. I don't think we're gonna get a free win where our opponent just taps out and we have it perfectly on turn 4 to kill him. So we're gonna need to instep it. Something you can do. You can instep through the breach on their instep. It means it doesn't go away until your instep, which allows you to, get action out of them on their turn and then get to untap. All right, there's a Farseek, so that's a start. Go ahead and Farseek, see what happens here. See if our opponent even allows it. They might not. They're going to remand it. Yeah, not even a bad remand, actually. I suppose after my opponent put themselves to 18, maybe I should have fetched, but it actually, it lowers my odds of drawing a land if I do that. So there is, it's not super clear cut. I'm going to do it here since we now know we have a 2-mana spell and I'd like to play around remand. I suppose I should get a basic forest here, actually. Given that we're not immediately on the Valakut plan, maybe I should play around Blood Moon as much as possible. Hard to say. Also, my opponent's in the tank here on the Sakura Tribe Elder activation. I'm not really sure how to take that either. Just needed lands. This game is so simple. If I just got lands and my opponent just tapped out for something and we cast through the breach, that's the way it's supposed to go, right? But, we'll get this. So we'll have 4 lands that one tap with. Then the plan's going to be to Farseek. And that, if that works, does, even if we don't draw land, that just resolving Farseek opens us up to having the mana we need. So I'm just going to, I guess, grab a basic forest. I don't know if that's correct or not, but it doesn't hurt. All right, search for tomorrow. There's actually some options here. If I knew my opponent was going to do nothing, I'd just cast search for tomorrow, then cast the Farseek. And that does set us up for the best turn next turn. I don't think I'm going to do that, though. I think I'm just going to Farseek. See what my opponent has to say about it. They're also allowed to waste all their counter magic on these. They're going to remand it, sure. I'll just try again. I guess I could have guaranteed suspended the search for tomorrow, but I just don't know if that's worth. If my opponent wants to burn more counter magic on these mana ram spells, let him. Now we have 5 mana. That's what we needed. If my opponent makes a mistake at any point of tapping out to play a win condition, the Karanos, Jace, whatever they rouse, Eric, whatever they're going to win with over there in their blue-red deck. If it's a sorcery speed spell and they go for it, they are just dead, and they don't know that. They've seen through the breach or Emrakul from us. So could completely change what they're concerned about. They're just going to discard instead, huh? Okay. Safe to say they have something, right? Needle drop, sure. All right, there's a Cinderglade. That's a very good draw for us, actually. Okay, just going to pass the turn back here. I'll suspend this search for tomorrow. Then I'm going to pass the turn back. Then I'm going to, on my opponent's instep, go for the Through the Breach. And if they counter that, which I suspect they will, Cryptic Command or whatever, at that point we'll untap. We'll play Primeval Titan and hope that resolves. And we go get a Valakut or 2 or whatever at that point. So yeah, a lot of ways in which this could go well for us here. Our opponent could just have 2 2-mana counter spells. Something like that gets us pretty hard. But they could also just Cryptic Command our they could just Cryptic Command our attack step, tap down our Emrakul so that it can't attack. But that's basically, that's the same as counter. And it's not even the same as countering this. It's actually just better because then the Emrakul goes away as well. And they don't die to us drawing another Through the Breach. But they could also, that may be what they're figuring out right now. Oh, they are. So they're going to Cryptic counter draw. Yeah. Like I said, this is a mistake in a couple ways on their part. They could have waited till our turn. And I guess it may not have made a huge difference. We would have just played this in the second main phase. Oh, man. Too bad I didn't have... Oh, man. One more land on that. One more turn on Search Tomorrow. We just have the win right here. I don't have that. What I do have is a Primeval Titan. Oops. And this should resolve. Yep. Alright, so I just want to get a... I don't know. I don't know how this deck works. 2 Valakuts, probably. Maybe that was wrong. I don't actually know. What I do know is that now I have Scapeshift open to me. You know, my opponent still has to deal with the Primeval Titan, which gets mountains 6 and 7 next turn, starts double bolting my opponent. And they just have to worry about letting us resolve Scapeshift and winning that way. There's 13 total mountains in the deck. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we have in play right now. So still plenty in there. And, oh, by the way, we have a 6-6. So our opponent's back definitely up against the wall here. And like I said, it threw the breach exactly what we wanted to do. It baited out counter magic for my opponent. We traded, you know, they came out ahead in cards, but the ones we resolved were pretty important. It opened a little bit of a crack for us to get in there with that Primeval Titan, and that just completely changed the course of the game, because now our opponent has to deal with a lot of different things, and they just die to damage, you know, like with this Search for Tomorrow. They die to damage that isn't even coming. They die to combat damage, but they also just die to us making land drops. Alright, that gives us 5, and here you go. It begins. Right. Move to combat. I assume there's a cryptic command involved because, well, if there's not, my opponent's very dead. Alright, let's see it. Are they going to tap or are they going to bounce? 5 mana, huh? Oh, Snapcaster Cryptic. Oh, you're just dead then. I just have Scapeshift and you're just actually dead. Alright, I accept. Well, there you go. This was a close game. This is a good game. But we took it down. Unfortunately, no unexpected results, but Through the Breach was relevant, at least, so that's something. They wanted to bounce it. They're actually just dead anyways, for the record. I can just Primeval Titan. Go get 2 mountains, deal them 12, play the Cinderglade, deal them 6 more. I don't know if this is faster or slower than... I mean, if they made me resolve Scapeshift, that would have been even faster. I'm sorry, would have taken even longer. I think this is the minimum amount of triggers I need to stack up. Alright, so there you go. We're going to take it down. Pretty sweet. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Valakut fan in the world, but... I understand the appeal of the deck, and I certainly understand the appeal of playing unexpected results, and if playing Valakut on top of that is the price I have to pay, well, I guess that's worth it. It was great. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody, here we go with some more unexpected Eldrazi, and this hand is actually kind of nice. We've got a Farseek and a couple unexpected results here, and we're on the play, and we have a Valakut, which does matter. Just having one in play, you know, just makes the late game of you know, making land drops all the more scary for our opponent. So, ooh, and drawing Emrakul there means we can draw through the breaches now as well. So, all right, this will go get the breeding pool, and that means the next turn we can just start trying to make things happen with unexpected results. And we'll see how it goes. I don't know what Wooded Foothills pass out of my opponent means either. For all I know, we're in the Scapeshift mirror. But, you know, the good news is unexpected results is either going to hit a ramp spell, which, you know, land, or it's going to hit something even really scary. So there's... The thing is, this is a deck, one of the few decks in the format where when you unexpected results and you hit a land, you're like, oh, great, it's actually just fine. Which is pretty neat. So that's why I like this version of the deck. It's basically the only version of this deck you could ever get me to play. Alright, so my opponent is probably on Bant Spirits or something like that. It's hard to say. I do know we're just going to go ahead and pull the trigger on this unexpected results and see what happens. Okay, we got an unexpected results. And the second unexpected results will get us a Primeval Titan. Look at that. What do you know? Easy game, easy life. Am I right? Oh, man. Turn 3 Primeval Titan, huh? Don't mind if I do. Don't mind it at all. Okay. Well, pass the turn back to you. It's a nice noble hierarchy played on your turn. Oh, by the way, I have, I guess, only 4 mountains here. I have 4 mountains in a Valakut. But a search for tomorrow, another unexpected results in hand, not to mention a Primeval Titan in play. How are you going to get out of this one? And passing the turn back, I don't know if that one's going to be, I don't know if that's going to do it here, because there's our 5th mountain. Actually, I think I might have done that wrong. Maybe I was supposed to fetch first. Bounding Grixis. Oh, our opponent. Well, that actually matters. Our opponent could just combo us out. That's not irrelevant, actually. I'm glad we have plays that we have other plays we can still make here, because that's a moderately scary. I don't want to cast this search for tomorrow. I'm going to get this mountain. I'm going to shoot this Bounding Grixis down so I don't die to it randomly. This has got to be Vannifar combo. Vannifar pod. That's what we're playing against. It has to be. I think I should have my opponent dead, though, right? Oh, maybe not at 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I could go get 7 mountains. That does 21 damage. I believe. Do I have enough in the deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's exactly 7 left. Well, I guess I'm supposed to win. If I've done something wrong and miscounted, I'll kill myself. Literally in the game, I'll be dead, is what I mean. We won't be able to win it probably after that. But we'll try. So 1, 2. See, I wonder if I would have counted Breeding Pool. I'm going to check real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I think there's 13 mountains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, there's 13 mountains. So, oops, we should be good here. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in play. Yeah, so there's 7 left. All right. We figured it out. Took a while, but we got there. I believe I have selected all 7 here. Go get 7 mountains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I have them all? It's hard to tell. 1 remaining. This one, I think. There we go. All right. We got there. I guess I could have got another mountain and another Valakut and 6 mountains. That would have worked as well. All right. So we figured it out, huh? Vannifar combo, you say? Well, I don't know what's actually good here, is the thing. I don't think this is very good. You know, I don't think the tireless trackers are very good. The gust doesn't matter, and our life total changing doesn't. Maybe it does beat them. I mean, it makes me like, surely they have an answer to that, right? It depends what the win condition is. If it involves Zealous Conscripts, then they do. If it doesn't, then they don't. I don't know. I'll give it a shot. Yep, we'll just try something like this. I'm not sure exactly. I've never played against the Vannifar combo deck. Although I should probably play it on this stream at some point. It's pretty good. All right, here we go with the next game. Our opponent led off on a hierarch here, and, well, our hand seems perfectly reasonable. Double Farseek, pretty good. In fact, double Farseek plus lands, that gets us a pretty long way. already here. So I like what we've got going on. Our opponent obviously on a pretty solid start of their own so far. Even got the box topper hierarch, I believe, is even online what it is. Pretty neat. Oh, the beatdown. The beatdown hierarch is what this one is. This is a brawler right here. Okay, well, down to 19. Fair enough. Does that mean the follow-up isn't much? All right. There's a steam vents. Okay, so we're hitting our lands here. This is what we need. I can Farseek. That resolves, no problem. Okay, good start. Get our breeding pool here. You know, maybe I should. That was a mistake. Actually, I shouldn't have gotten the breeding pool. I did it out of habit. You know, I've sort of been in the habit of fetching it so that, you know, you have it for the unexpected results. But I didn't need to do it there because I already had a blue source here. So all I did here was cost myself a mountain. And my opponent did have action, by the way, with the Scrib Ranger. It's a pretty sweet card. Underplayed in Modern, but pretty neat. Return a forest you control to its owner's hand and tap a creature. Kind of cool. Also beats down for 2 with a hierarch in play. Well, I mean, this is all still kind of reasonable for us, though. We still get a Farseek here, player steam vents. Turn after that, we're set up to Primeval Titan. Our opponent doing cool stuff, but not exactly beating us down. Just a Birds of Paradise here. It's probably, for all I know, is about to be some sort of Vannifar pod combo bust popping off next turn. I might really regret having gotten this breeding pool here. Alright, so 3 mana for my opponent on this turn, which they use on an Eternal Witness to get back a Scalding Tarn. Okay, fair enough. Deck is complicated. Sure, that's a lot of things. I will do none of those things. I will play land tapped, and I will play Farseek, and I'll pass the turn. Pretty simple. Well, I have Prime Time next turn. I don't know if that's going to be good enough, though. Turn 4 Primeval Titan. Maybe not enough for this world. Certainly not having fetched the wrong land out, that's for sure. That didn't do me any favors. Because I can't even shoot down the Scrib Ranger or whatever I'd like to here. Alright. Well, too late to do anything about that. Let's just play Prime Time. I mean, we can just cast a Platinum Empyrean at this point. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mountains. So we're going to get double Valakut here. You know, the thing is, it might not actually have mattered. Because we could have got... Yeah, we might have been able to get 1 trigger, though. Although it would have come at the cost of having the second Valakut, which I want pretty much no matter what. Because, I mean, actually, now that I look at the board, we just have lethal next turn, right? Our opponent, if they are playing Vannifar pod, they need it, and they need it to kill us. But it's not going to have haste unless they chord for it here in the end step. But it doesn't look like that's what they're doing. They'd be 1 short, I believe. Okay, that is what they're playing, because there's the Breaching Hippocamp. The thing is, without a Vannifar, this doesn't matter. And if I get an attack step next turn, they're just dead. So I think our opponent's deck might have fizzled on him a little bit here. They've got a lot of value. They got a lot of stuff going on. It's cool. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I mean, we'll see. They might have removal for the Prime Time, but I don't even know if that's good enough. Alright, so we need to control at least 5 other mountains. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mountains right now. That means this Valakut and this Cinderglade. That should be 9 damage. Yep. Yeah, alright. I think we're going to get there. I mean, this is definitely kind of the boring way to win with the deck. But you know what? Unexpected Results has gotten there for us, too. We've had some fun and some straightforwardness. And that's the point, right? This is Mighty Modern. This is not play jank deck just to play jank deck, and it's not play tier 1 deck just to play tier 1 deck. We're trying to find the happy medium between those two, and that's what we're trying to do here. So this puts our opponent down to a very irrelevant 1 life, because there is the land to kill him. All right, we did it! Vannifar Pod combo, definitely a cool deck, but no match for the raw power of Valakut in mountains. There you go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hey, everybody. Here we go with some more unexpected Eldrazi. Now, this hand, pretty straightforward. it's got some ramp, and it's got an Emrakul. So, hey, I guess we have a plan. Get to 15 mana and win the game, right? Maybe we'll draw some other stuff. No, I mean, I don't know what constitutes a good and bad hand or not in this deck. I know that Emrakul means that we're just through the breach away from it being very good. But our opponent's going to Thoughtseize us anyways here. So I imagine they're just going to take... I don't know, it's hard to say. Taking the Emrakul is kind of objectively a win for us since it doesn't do anything. But at the same time, if you're my opponent, do you really want to let us have an Emrakul and just be 1 card away from dying to it? Apparently the answer is yes, by the way, because they've been to this Sakura Tribe Elder here. But that's probably the correct play. All right, we will suspend. That worked out, though. I mean, they Thoughtseize our Sakura Tribe Elder. We basically drew a replacement with a Search for Tomorrow. Now we have a Wood Elves follow-up. My opponent was definitely just playing Grixis Shadow over there. And the Faithless Lootings begin. Can't wait for this card to get banned. I kid. I don't know if it'll get banned. I hope it does. Oh, look. What do you know? Turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 5/5. That was pretty fair. Okay. No salt here today. Just this breeding pool. All right, well. I guess the good news is we might draw what we need to kill him. Right? We could just, they're 12. Let's just find... What do we need? I guess a, Scapeshift doesn't do it. Primeval Titan's not there. I guess it needs to be through the breach. I mean, we have a couple turns with this Gurmaging. The problem is they just always have counter magic. Always. I'll cast my Search for Tomorrow. We're getting there on the mountain count, though. I mean, this puts us up to 5. We're actually at 6 with our land drop this turn. So, you know, there are things we could resolve here, especially, say, a Primeval Titan. That would be a pretty big game. Unfortunately, that's another land. All right, so I guess I'll just pass here. Keep this Wood Elves back to block. Stubborn Denial is going to get us no matter what we do. It's just always going to be a hard counter. It's possible that Stubborn Denial is the reason I don't like this deck. It just feels like cheating. The deck's already cheating on mana so much, and then they just get the 1 mana spell. 1 mana counter spell. And there goes our Emrakul. So be it. I mean, we are kind of legitimately threatening a Scapeshift win at this point. I guess blocking here makes their Lightning Bolt slightly... Oh, okay, maybe not. Teamer Battle Raged anyways. I was going to say, it makes their Lightning Bolt slightly worse because it makes the Bolt represent an entire extra turn because the block wouldn't be there. I actually guess I don't want to sack now. There's a Primeval Titan, so I have to. Okay. Too bad it wasn't a Valakut. Well, I guess we're all in on this Titan here. We have 2 basics, so this should come into play untapped here. Good. Okay. All right, play Primeval Titan. Does this work how I want it to? Can I get Valakut Mountain? Trigger shoot this? Play a land. Wait a minute, is this gonna work? Go get, I guess, my last fetchable mountain. Wait a minute. I just killed the Gerbag Angler. What? What's happening? We're not dead? We're not dead and our opponent dies when we swing? What is going on? What? Wow, okay. I don't know. I guess Primeval Titan is broken. I thought for sure we were dead there. What a wild game. Okay, get on in here, good cards. Please, please do. There's a bunch of cards my opponent's not going to be ready for. Well, that was wild. Okay. I guess cut some of the ramp. Cut this through the breach. I guess cut the Eldrazi package, right? No, it was so good. We won that game, so we were able to instant speed that. I guess I have to cut the unexpected results. That makes me so sad, but I mean that's probably just correct. I can't cut them all though. I gotta keep some of them. Come on. We'll just cut a search. And we'll cut another what else here. All right, we'll give this a shot. This is 61. Don't care. No fear. I can't believe we won that game. That was so good. This is a hard mulligan right here. And it's a keep. Bottom that. Okay. Well, I can get behind this. I mean, our opponent didn't kill us somehow last game. They somehow turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 5/5, and they didn't get there. Now this Thoughtseize is pretty good. It gets our Tireless Tracker out of our hand. Oh, wow. They took a Farseek, huh? And they have the Bauble. That was interesting. That's actually a really interesting decision for them because, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure it means they have more, but you're really going to take a Farseek here? I have plenty of 2-mana ramp spells. Even if they have another one here, now I've drawn Primeval Titan. Are you going to take that or the Tireless Tracker? I think you're supposed to let me have the ramp and take away the win conditions. Or you're just supposed to play a Death Shadow on turn 2. That's pretty good too, I guess. Alright, well, we have a plan. I do have a plan for getting back in the game. Oh, the Stubborn Denial's already... Oh my gosh. I guess I should have played the Sakura Tribe Elder. Actually, that's probably not true, because the only way I'm going to win this game is to resolve this Madcap experiment, and that was never going to get past Stubborn Denial anyway. So the only way we're going is getting it Stubborn Denial out of their hand, which we were able to do there. So we'll pretend that's what I wanted to do. I mean, it's not untrue. My actual reasoning was, I have a feeling this is going to take several swings. I'd like to block more damage later while still getting my ramp. But it doesn't matter, I don't think, so we didn't hit a land here. We might get one more shot at it. We really might, actually, if our opponent has nothing here. And it's conceivable that of the 2 cards in their hand, one of them's not a Stubborn Denial. We can block, sack. And if we hit land on the top, even if we don't, I guess we get to put up a blocker. Well, that's an interesting one. I guess I'm going to play it. All right. I guess we'll give this a shot. I mean, look, our opponent let it through. They're probably just going to kill us. I'm sure they have a Teamer Battle Rage or whatever. But if they don't, we're going to get to try to resolve this Madcap experiment. Hitting that land, fetching themselves, what, down to 7? That makes it 11. That's still not lethal. Is that what is going to come down to? We're going to go down to 1. Does my opponent have a Lightning Bolt? Okay. Okay, no Lightning Bolt, but do they have the Stubborn Denial? Fingers crossed. They have the Disdainful Stroke. They always have it. See, I hate the deck. It always has it. Okay, well, that was terrifying and very hard to beat for us. I kept the Zugin. No, I mean, we're basically never going to resolve Ugin, but gotta try, I suppose. We give this a shot. Alright, I'm in. This is an interesting hand, but I think it's got a pretty solid mix of cards here. Suspend the the Search for Tomorrow on turn 1. On turn 2, we get a Farseek. Even, my opponent has a lot of cards they're going to have to care about if they're Thoughtseizing us. They might not even be Thoughtseizing us. Yeah, they are. Okay. Oh, they looked at their own, decided if they wanted to fetch, probably. That's fine. Yeah, it's turn 1. It's a lot of action. That is a lot of game actions you've taken for turn 1 over there. Cool. I've been Thoughtseized. The thing is, though, if they take the Farseek, they risk me just drawing lands and eventually killing them with Scapeshift or whatever. If they take Scapeshift, I still have payoffs. I don't know. You're probably supposed to take Farseek. Yeah, that's what they do. This line is punishable, though. That's what I was saying. I mean, we'll see if we get lucky enough to do that, but you know what? That's not a terrible start. Hitting any land there was good. That wasn't the... I mean, the ideal land was probably, a blue source, but we'll see if we can get there. Then again, it is turn 2. It is probably time for my opponent to have a 13-13 or whatever. Yep, it's just a 5-5 this time. Okay. Alright, well, I get this. If only I had blue mana right now. Oh, wait, I do. Alright, so we're... Ooh, that's not a bad draw either. So I'm sure we're going to get Stubborn Denial because we're always getting... Ooh, we didn't. Okay, I can cast the other unexpected results. I can cast the Madcap Experiment. Did it work? Oh my gosh! We did it! Just like we drew it up, right? Unexpected results into Madcap Experiment. Oh no! And Liliana? Oh, that's not fair. Come on. Come on. We didn't see Liliana in games 1 or game 2. How was I supposed to know this strategy was going to be so bad? What a disaster. Give me a land, please. Land or ramp spell. Oh, that kills us. Oh, what a sad way to lose the game. I'm disappointed. I was so happy when it resolved. Keep in mind, we could have hit Emrakul and won the game there. Of the unexpected results. We did not. The Madcap Experiment, though, I thought we were safe. We hadn't seen... it's not that it's surprising to see the deck play Liliana, but we hadn't seen it in game 1. We hadn't seen it in game 2. And then we just get destroyed by it here in game 3. So, alright. Game not technically over. We, I think, want to hit... I think Steve is our best friend here. Sakura Tribe Elder. We can block, get a land, get another land on the draw stand. There's the Emrakul. Well, that'll pretty much do it. Don't think we have any way to get out of this one. Too bad. It was a sweet match, though. We almost got there. Alright. Just to let you know we have an Emrakul. Just to let you know you could have died off of that unexpected result. Oh, they just have the Battle Rage. We're just dead. Alright, well, fair enough. Good games, good games, good games. Hey everybody, welcome to the deck tech for Unexpected Eldrazi. So shout out to Ruin00000s. Want to make sure I get that in there. Shout out to them for posting a 5-0 with us on Magic Online. This deck is really, really neat. Now, it does have Valakuts in it, and I'm not what you would call a Valakut player. Not a huge fan of the strategy, but you know what? Making an exception in this case. So Valakut, that does mean we're going to have a bunch of mountains, because mountains equal damage. That's how the deck works. So that's a baseline. Keep in mind, that's an angle we have available to us at any point. But that's not all we're doing. We have Through the Breach in the deck. Put a creature card from your hand into play. It has haste. Get rid of it the next step. That means you get to attack with things like Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn, Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre. These are all very powerful, but you know what? We can do better than that. Sure, we have Primeval Titans in here to kill people with Valakuts, but also to ramp to our Eldrazi. Same with Scapeshift. Scapeshift, just another win condition in the deck, but hey, I guess in some ways it could be a ramp spell. Is that how that works? Now they come into play tapped. You can't even ramp with it either way. It's just here to kill people. But this one, though. Unexpected results. Shuffle your library, then reveal the top card. If it's a non-land card, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. That means you can cast the Eldrazi. Take an extra turn if you want. If it's a land card, you put it on the battlefield and return unexpected results to your hand. So it's a ramp spell at worst. And it's a big ramp spell. 15 mana type ramp spell at best when you get an Emrakul off of it. Throw in a bunch of mana ramp on top of that. Farseeks, Sakura Tribe Elders, Search for Tomorrow's Wood Elves. You get the idea. And you have a deck, everybody. This posted a 5-0 in the hands of Ruin000. Really excited to give this one a go. It's definitely up my alley. And you know what? It doesn't stop there because look at this sideboard. That's right. We are playing Madcap Experiment. Reveal cards from the top of your library till you get an artifact, put it into play. Well, we can get a Platinum Empyrean. That means our life total cannot change. Pretty powerful. After that, normal stuff. Damping Sphere, you know I love this as a sideboard card. Fracturing Gust, another pack card of mine. But was also in Ruin000 sideboard. Chameleon Colossus for your Grixis Death Shadow problems. Tireless Tracker when you want to grind him out. Crossing Grip where applicable artifacts or enchantments. That's the deck, everybody. I'm Corbin Hostler. This is Mighty Modern. Thanks for watching.